the privilege of visiting Ghana this past winter, so this is a collection of thoughts from that visit. They asked me how was Africa. If I had the time to explain, I didn't have the time or the money for that matter to set foot in 54 different countries, I would. But to be fair, when I entered the country of Ghana, my language was very much the same. White lies sat on my tongue like poison running up to my brain. The kind of white lies that would lead me to believe that there were more lions than people and that giraffes were far more interesting. The kind of white lies that would lead Alice Walker to think of freedom as a force to help us stop relating as own and owner, only to find us relating to another as us and them. The kind of lies that would make me believe that extreme poverty is the only thing alive in Africa. They asked me how was Africa, and I wanted desperately to tell them that the images of starving, sick, and dying black kids caused me to quietly cry myself to sleep. When I realized the kids I would meet in this country are everything I would want my own kids to be. The ways in which they silently peeked around doorways and windows and watched from across streets with the look in their eyes like they knew me, even before I could say hi. If I could tell them that I loved harder than I ever loved before, if I ever even loved before, I would. If I could tell them how I stood on the beach and thanked God for everything He had given me, I would. But who am I kidding? Because this question prompts a one-word answer, good. Because listening is too much to ask for. Because Africa is the land of dead AIDS, the sick and dying, and the terribly black. So much so that it took a flight back for half of my peers to realize the luck they had. How was Africa? This was God's masterpiece, if you ask me. I walked through hollow trees and met kids more brilliant than I could ever be. I laughed for real for the first time in a long time. The place I called home became a foreign land, and this place became my home. Listening in America is not a thing. There are too many meaningless sounds to ever pay attention to anything but your own selfish thoughts. But in Ghana, I could hear for the first time. The call to prayer rang out, and I let tears rush to my eyes. I quickly pushed them back in because tears, joyful or not, seldom leak in public. I heard businesses start from small corners and trash turned into beautiful black bags. I heard welcomes in every space I entered. I heard joy come from painted schools and the pride for country, tribe, culture, and history, and laughs joined with games of soccer. I heard tears roll down cheeks from goodbyes and see you agains, and old folk tales and laughter from children and adults. I heard people care for another, not in the superficial way of asking questions and expecting one-word answers, good. How was Africa? Well, your money means little and Ebola isn't here. My brothers and sisters are alive and well, and they know what they need to move forward. And that doesn't come from the input of whites or Westerners, and it doesn't involve pretty green high-risers that nobody can afford. It doesn't need the Mormons or the Lutherans or anybody else who wants to cast Christ as a cure to poverty. I only saw goats, no lions, no giraffes, and I barely noticed until you asked. Yes, I took showers and I ate pretty well too, and they mostly spoke English, but if they didn't, that's fine, because I was the guest. How was Africa? Stop. Shut up. Take a deep breath and listen. When you hear for the first time, those white lies turn into ashes, and help stops becoming a hindrance. What you see isn't always what it is.